Hey, it's Marilyn Devonish here from transformationstm.com, and this is crazy cool stuff. Let's get straight into it. Very excited to show this to you. So, those of you on my e-newsletter list, you would have heard me talking about the blocks, and some of you joined me last month for the exclusive sit-down Zoom session that we had with the founder. So she very kindly did 2 live sessions for us. And tomorrow, if you're watching this in real time, I will be running an energy experiential, which means we're going to combine these 2 modalities. So we're going to be using the blocks or your rolled up towel if you don't have your blocks, and doing some energy work. So I'm going to run you through some of that. But I just wanted to show you, first of all, some of the things that we're talking about. Now, this is one of those things, for me, it feels like the physical version of a breakthrough session where, number one, it does what it says on the tin, and it can impact you in so many different ways. So if you're looking at the collage that is here on screen now, what you will see is there are people, scoliosis is a very popular one where people are kind of off balance, off spine. You can see what's happened to some of the alignment there. There's the guy with the posture and the neck, so improving your posture. If you look, I'm looking along the top, so there's the cellulite this time of year, beach time coming up, one for the ladies. There's also somebody in their beachwear showing the before and after. That was after 90 days. There's the facelift picture. That was after 21 days of using the block. And just so much more. The one, if you look at the bottom, second in from the left, that's the improvement in someone's skin, having used the block. Just so many things. And I think it might be too small maybe for you to make out. But if you go to the right-hand bottom corner, as you're looking at the screen, well, as I'm looking at the screen, the woman there who had clearly lost some weight had really big overhang in terms of the sagging skin. And you can see the difference in the bottom row of pictures. So there are so many ways that you can use this, and you are quite literally just lying there. So, and you can do this in bed as well. So that's basically what's coming up. So tomorrow, you still have a chance to book if you haven't already done so. Ignore the timings because I did the screenshot yesterday, but this is the page you're heading for. It's the block therapy, pain release energy experiential. So let me give you a very quick overview of what it is we are going to be doing tomorrow, just to help you prepare. So here we go. So we're going to be doing the energy experiential. Right, that's what I'm looking for. So the session overview, we're going to give you a bit of the rationale. We're going to look at the kind of key positions. We're going to work through various parts of the body. What I'm going to be doing tomorrow, as it's the first one that we're doing, what I want to do is align what we're doing with what you would call the chakra system, the energy system. So we are going to be blocking on those positions, and then I'm going to be doing some guided pain release to facilitate that. We'll do some energy clearing. I'll talk about the modalities in a few minutes. So that's basically what we're doing, and introducing you to these wonderful blocks. You can see the packaging there. With the energy experiential, depending on which position we're on, and I've decided but not decided, because I'm going to go with the flow of the people who are there live, because energetically I might be thinking one thing now, but the vibe of the group is different when we get there. But I'm going to be doing a mix of the HUNA, access consciousness. We're going to do some timeline therapy pieces. We might have a dash of emo trance, and we're also going to be working with the power of intention to direct the energy. So that's basically what we're going to be doing, what we're going to be covering tomorrow. We'll look at some of the block therapy results. If you're there live, you'll be able to see them, bigger pictures of that. So we're going to take you through some of those amazing things. Also this is Deanna, the founder. You're going to meet her as well. She won't be there physically this time round, but you'll be seeing her throughout the presentation. Also showing you how you can do this lying in bed. The thing that I did with my ankle blew my mind, and much of the work of that was actually done lying in bed while I was watching a movie. So we'll talk a bit about that tomorrow as well. For those of you who don't know, with regards to my ankle, I've not been able to cross my legs for nearly 30 years. Damaged my ankle as a child, damaged it again in my early 20s, damaged it again in my 30s, damaged it again in 2015 when I was on the Caribbean cruise. It's just, and once I think, you've got a bit of a weakness in some particular areas, you're just prone to all sorts of things. Not a big deal, not something I particularly thought about, didn't get in the way of my daily life, didn't get in the way of my ballet classes or anything like that. It's just one of those things, something I've not been able to do. And after just 20 days on the block, when you can see them here on screen, and that's what they look like in real life, after 20 days of using the block, I was able to sit cross-legged for the first time in nearly 30 years. So it's just such cool stuff. So you do not need to have the blocks to do the session tomorrow. You will need your rolled up towel. Now, for those of you who came to the webinar, what I did is Deanna very kindly organized a gift, GIFT, not a moving GIF, where people had a 9-day starter program. And that's showing you how to do all of these processes just using a rolled up towel. And I think the majority of people have access to a rolled up towel. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. There's also the piece in terms of introducing the Huna. I'm going to talk to you about just some of the principles of what we're doing. I'm also going to share with you the key principles of block therapy as well, just so everyone's clear in their mind of that. And just want to make it clear that I'm not a block therapist per se. My focus for the webinar that we're doing tomorrow, it says today because this is the one for the webinar, but my focus of what we're going to be doing in the live webinar is using the physical aspect of the block and pairing that with the energy clearing, which super excited about, because people often say when they're on the blocks, they're feeling the emotions and energies releasing as well. For those of you who have studied a bit of metaphysics, you will know about the mind-body connection. So I was reacquainting myself with some of my favorite authors. This is the wonderful Bruce Lipton. I was going through the Hamer New Medicine book as well, just to kind of rekindle that information and see if there's anything else I want to draw out and bring into the session this week. What you're going to need, you'll need your block buddy. That's the actual block. Or if you don't have your block, you will need your rolled up towel. You're going to need an exercise mat or somewhere comfortable to lie down. Could even do it on your bed. If you're doing it on the floor, just make sure you've got room to do the position. So you're going to need to be, oh, I'm doing the pronator connection. Oh, cool. I better go and have a look at that. Somebody just, oh, I want to go and see that. Let me just, one sec. Somebody's just talking about block. I'm just going to see who that is. Oh, interesting. Alrighty. So I'm going to go and catch that class in a minute. Oh. Wonderful. Cool. So sorry, it just happened. Bit of synchronicity. There was a message about block therapy. Just wanted to see what that was. So you'll need the block or your rolled up towel. You'll need an exercise mat or somewhere comfortable, or if you like, and the reason I'm telling you this in advance, you may want to tune in, let's say on your device or on your phone, so that you can be lying in bed to do the session tomorrow. I actually think that'd be a really nice way to do it. If you're doing it on the floor, just make sure you're in a position where you can hear the piece. You don't have to necessarily see what I'm talking about, but I am going to put the positions on screen, but so that you can hear what's going on and you've got room to lie down. And then you want to be wearing comfortable clothing, ideally sort of gym wear. So that's what you need in order to take part tomorrow. I'm going to take you through all the positions. So I'm going to be putting the positions up on screen. This is the one that you always start with first, the belly position. Some of you who are in my membership group, you might notice the yellow healing wand there. We'll talk a bit about the significance of that tomorrow as well. And we're also going to be working with what you would call the chakras. And that's going to combine in, particularly when we do the Huna work, because when you're doing a Huna body session, you often start with, or pretty much always start with, really kind of connecting with and activating and enlivening the energy system. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow, both physically and emotionally and mentally. And we're also going to be, I'm going to get you to think about the mind-body connection. So as we go through each of the points, there are going to be some things that I'm asking you to think about to bring up and release anything that it's time for you to resolve. So that's basically what we're doing tomorrow. We're also going to close with I think, again, as I said, this is what I think I'm going to do. Might change my mind tomorrow when I'm in the vibe of the group to see where people are at and what they want. But my plan is to close with a timeline therapy piece. as well, just to take the work that we've been doing and let's see how we can future pace that and then bring those resources back. So that's a little sneak peek of what we're doing. Thank you so much for being here and watching. And if you've got any questions, queries, drop me an email, Marilyn, Marilyn, at transformationstm.com. That's TRANCE, F for Freddie, so FORMATIONSTM.com. Main website is transformationstm.com. And actually, if you do want to book on the webinar tomorrow, go to the Transformations website, click on the red Watch New button at the top right hand corner of the screen, and then a panel will slide out and you'll see that I've added the webinar details there. So book yourself on if you want to be there live in real time. It's an experiment, but one of the things I've noticed about block, I haven't had the kind of, a lot of people say, oh my God, they're feeling old emotions coming up and that sort of thing. I haven't had that, but maybe because I've spent the last 22 years releasing emotions that have been stored in the body. I'm not saying there aren't any more there, because you'll know if you're doing the block, things are coming up in layers. But I thought it would just be really exciting to do a mixture of the two and bring the block and the energy work together. So get yourself booked onto that. If you haven't already done so, we go live tomorrow. Now, second thing that I want to talk to you about, very, very excited about that. First of all, thank you also to the people who are joining me in the fun of looking at all of the layouts that I was putting up and letting me know what you thought of them, how they looked. This is for the new online shop. So there are 6 different layouts. I put them all on my Facebook page. They're still there. If you're watching this in real time, just scroll down a few posts. You'll be able to find them pretty easily. But I was running through some of the various potential layouts for the store. Really, really excited about this one. So, new online store. I'm just testing out the concept and the idea. I think it's high time had an online store now. As people often say to me, my God, Marilyn, you do so much. I can't keep up with what you do, where to find it, etc. It's true. I've got things in various different places. So it's time now to start looking at how do you consolidate all of that, bring it together. So this is the beginnings of the online store, the beta test. This is the kind of pre-launch. So those of you on my e-newsletter list, I've sent you out the link yesterday so you can click around. And what we discovered, because I was doing some beta testing last week, discovered there are double discounts because I want to play with all the features. That's what I'm doing when I've got a new piece of software. So playing with the prices, looking at how you use everything. So some of them you can put the full price in. You can choose if you want to offer it a lower price. So I just wanted to see how that worked. Also wanted to see how the store-wide discounts work. What I didn't realize is you can discount a product, but then when you get to the checkout, it puts another discount on top. So I had chosen 20%. So people are then going to the checkout thinking they're paying one price and they're like, oh, hello, it's a lot lower than I thought. So I've left it there for now. So if you want to pick up some double discounts, get yourself over to the new online store. It's not fully populated yet. I've got about 12 items on there so far. A couple of limited edition items, one of which I only have the one course. That's one from Bob Proctor. There are some limited edition books. I say they're limited edition because they're no longer in print, and I physically got them, and a few products, they're physically behind me on the shelf there. So when they're gone, they're just gone. So those are up on the store as well. But feel free to go have a click, have a look around, test it all out as well, make sure it's all working. But you don't see the extra surprise discount until you actually get to the checkout, and then it works it all out for you. It tells you how much you've actually saved as well when you get to the checkout. So we're in pre-launch at the moment. I've still got some dabbling around, some playing around to do, some other things I want to change and add. But for now, please feel free to make use of the accidental double discounts. I didn't realize. I thought if there was already a discount on something, it would just be excluded. But then when I really thought of it, I was like, well, that makes sense. I've chosen a discount for the store. So even if I've already discounted something in terms of trying out the price variables, the store is just like, it's the store. So feel free to make the most of that. And again, if you go to my main website, transformations.tm.com, click the red What's New button, you will be able to access the store, have a look around, see if there's anything you fancy, and keep an eye on it over the coming weeks and months, because I'll be slowly but surely adding new things to the store. So not going to say every single week. There'll be times where I maybe do a flurry of uploads and there'll be a little bit of a gap, but you might want to just bookmark the page. And so as you go back, you'll see when I've added new products. You can check the categories. It tells you how many things are in each category. So at the moment, there's a category for books, there's a category for CD coaching programs, there's a category for on-demand webinars, and I'll add the other categories as I go through. There's also a category for the CD programs. So yeah, check it out, have a look, let me know what you think. I haven't decided on which of the themes I'm going for, but you can change them pretty easily. So for now, that's what you see on screen is what you'll see when you land in the online store. And let me have your thoughts. Let me know what you think. And if you're making a purchase, enjoy your double discount. And if you're joining us tomorrow, really looking forward to it. It's going to be something very unique and new. Never done this before, because I only discovered the block therapy back in May. Thank you to Dr. Margot for pestering me to take a look. She's like, oh, I found this a wonderful thing called the block. I was like, what is she talking about? The block, the block, the block. So finally gave in. She said there was somebody she wanted to meet. That was Deanna, the founder. So glad I did, because seriously, the whole body just feels so different. So really looking forward to the energy experiment tomorrow. Book yourself on. It's free at the moment, so you just need to go click the link, get yourself registered, and I will see you there. And if you know someone who could benefit from the physical healing aspects, or if you're happy to share the shop info, please feel free to share this video. What I'll also do is I'll put the respective links to the webinar and the shop in the, may not put them in the description, I'll either put them in the description or in the comments. Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, it will be in the description. So I'll add those. And if you're outside of real time and you've missed the webinar, then you would still be able to use the same link to access the replay. Cool, that's it. I'm going to go have some dinner. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sharing. See you all tomorrow if you're joining me live, or I'll see you on the replay if you can't make the times tomorrow. I will catch you all later.